Hello, I trust this message finds you well. This is a quick update related to Proposal 237, in which we issued a video message update on just recently. As you should all know by now, last night, on Monday night, October the 12th, the City County Council heard the full proposal and took a vote. The vote outcome was 19-6 in favor of the proposal as amended. It's important to note that in the council meeting last night, amendments were proposed that did place prohibitions on anyone with a felony conviction from being able to serve on the board. It also applies to anyone with a misdemeanor conviction for a bodily injury type case from being able to participate. It also excludes anyone who has or is currently in the process of filing a complaint or suing the City of Indianapolis, the police department. What that means is it now means that anyone in those classifications are on the same level as a family member of a law enforcement officer. They're just as prohibited from participating as a law enforcement family member. Again, the vote passed 19-6. That means that while it was along party lines, there was one dissenting vote from the Democrat caucus. That was Councilor Jared Evans, who explained his vote and explained that while he co-authored and co-sponsored the proposal, ultimately he voted against it because he just could not support stripping the authority away from the chief of police. Make no mistake, that is exactly what this proposal does. It strips the ultimate authority away from the chief of police to create and put forward policy for the police department. It will put it into the hands of this General Orders Board. The council made clear last night that the 4 civilians that are appointed is a controlling quorum and majority, and that they could also meet and create policy without any law enforcement input. Hopefully, of course, that would not be the case, but it is nevertheless possible. I want to speak somewhat to what was demonstrated last night, which is an ongoing, really a sense of a hostility towards law enforcement officers and their families from our elected officials. It's baseless and without founding here in Indianapolis. I've reached out to multiple elected officials really to challenge that position. It's wholly unfair to project onto our law enforcement officers and, quite frankly, their families, frustrations or concerns that they have with other parts of the country. However, nevertheless, politicians will be politicians. We have made clear that change for the sake of change is not good public policy. And make no mistake, as this is currently proposed, this is not good public policy. We had proposed good middle ground that would allow for civilian input and participation, which we welcome, but remains with the authority, with the chief, and also the accountability. As you have seen, the chief of police is opposed to this proposal, but he will be forced to try to make this work. And as he has shared in his message, he's going to be relying upon the professionalism of our officers. That is admirable, but it's also important to keep in mind that professionalism can only go so far and not be violated by bad public policy. So make no mistakes, we are doing our research to ensure that everything is above board with the way that this was presented and voted upon. We do still have separation of powers questions that are involved, and our full team is reviewing that matter. In the interim, this is not done. We are still awaiting a decision from the mayor of Indianapolis as to whether or not he's going to sign it, and he also has the option to veto it. With that, I want to speak to our membership. This is some of the highest level of engagement I have seen from our membership in the years that I have been doing this. What's remarkable is seeing our younger, newer officers who are significantly engaged on this. They spent the afternoon before the vote trying to link up with our mayor, requesting a sit-down meeting with him. Some video from that is included in this message for you to see. I think it's important for you to see that folks were there, engaged, united, and coordinated in their efforts. Unfortunately, the mayor did not meet with our officers and police families, as well as residents and business owners yesterday. But our officers still made their voices heard with the mayor and with the council office. And you can see some of that video now. With that, Our officers also took the step of going to meeting with the Chief of Police just to encourage him and also show their support for not just him but his position as well. We have included some photographs for you to see that. You can see that it was a strong turnout, and I feel like I can share the Chief was pretty moved by what he saw and by what he heard. With that being said, we will keep moving forward. We'll keep working on these issues. I think this is a demonstration of the value of being engaged. I feel really good to see this level of engagement from our membership. I feel like we're finally getting to a place where folks are getting the need to be actively involved. If this doesn't prove that to you, perhaps nothing will. So we'll keep you apprised as to the status of things, and as we continue to move forward, a reminder, this will not be effective until January the 1st of 2021, and in the interim we'll continue to do our homework. These are some challenging times, and please work to encourage your family members. Let them know that we hear them as well, and we'll stay at this. As always, I hope to see you at a roll call soon. Please make sure that you're getting to lodge meetings so that we can seek direction from you, the membership. And as always, keep looking up.